We need technology in every student and teacher's hand because it's the pen and paper of our time. It's the lens through which we experience much of our world. This is a great quote, but do you see your tablet like if it's a pen or a piece of paper? Or is it more of an add-on that you use every now and then? We're going to start this advisory lesson by looking at some tech tips from our techs here at Tidwell as to how to use your tablet every day as if it's a pen or pencil. Ready to go. The first tech tip is to restart and shut down daily. When you leave the server, it should be shut down, and when you come back, it should be powered up. If the keyboard or mouse is not working, you should undock and redock to make sure the connection's secure. If you need an add-on, you should update core apps often to make sure things are running well. If you're having a charging issue, which is one of the most common, or a hardware issue, take your tablet to the tech room during a lunch period, during your lunch or any lunch period if you have permission from a teacher. As a part of teacher-student communication at Tidwell, many of you guys have been accessing your email, which is a really great practice. There are several things we want to go over. First is the difference between the web app and the actual Outlook software. You'll notice that here is the actual Outlook software, and here is the web app. Many of us have been using the web app, which is great for access at home, but is the lighter version, which doesn't allow you to have as much choice as you would in the actual Outlook software. So the web app is going to actually ask you to sign in, but Outlook will just configure so when you're here at school it will just pop up for you. In order to get Outlook, you're going to swipe over from the right and search for Outlook. Most of you guys will see that there's already a shortcut created on your desktop, but for best practice you're going to go ahead and hold down Outlook here, and then you're going to want to both pin this to start to create a tile and pin this to your taskbar so that it's at the bottom of the screen. Now when I go to start, I'm going to see I have an Outlook tile, and I'm going to want to move that so it is accessed very conveniently for me. Oops. What we don't want to use is actually the Mail app here, because in our school we use Outlook. So make sure you use Outlook and not the Mail app. So now I'll go back to desktop. Just to show a few things when you're in Outlook, it might be a little bit easier to navigate now. So if you want to go to a new email, that's going to be up here in the left-hand corner of the screen. And notice that I have a signature. We looked at this at the beginning of advisory, but we're going to revisit it real quickly. Here you can create as many signatures as you want, preferably at least one that has your name and your email. And if I go to signatures, I can manage those. And then you can type whatever you want to in here to save that signature, because it's very important that when you send emails, they look professional and that people know how to contact you. Also, a neat feature of Outlook is that everybody within NISD is saved into your contacts. So say if I wanted to email Katie Berry, I would start to put in, or Miss Berry, K Berry, and it would pop up for me, and I could then send her an email. You also want to make sure that the subject is very clear. I've heard from teachers how confusing it is to get emails that do not have a subject. So here might be Lesson 8 homework, whatever it is that you need to email. Make that very clear. And then here's your send option. Okay. Something else is that over here you can see you can create different folders. You can see your sent items and your deleted items, which if the deleted items gets very full, you can go ahead and clear that out by right-clicking and then going to empty folder. Something that I want to look at that's new is the calendar. We're going to go to a month where I don't have much in the calendar, say this summer. And here I can click on any day and I can create a new appointment or a new meeting. Notice that you've got the week view and the month view. So here I'm going to create new appointment. We're going to say Tidwell Advisory, even though we definitely won't be doing that in the summer. And then you can choose a time, and you can even ask it to remind you. So if you have an upcoming test or something you need to study for and you want it to remind you even a half a day before, so if it's at 8 in the morning, you'd get a reminder at 8 p.m., then you can do that. And then if you want to invite other friends, maybe you have a group project, you can do that as well. And then save and close. Another cool feature is that you can actually color code these. So if I right click and go to categorize, I can actually create some colors if you're somebody who wants to color code maybe your subjects or your extracurricular versus your academic work. And the last thing about Outlook Mail that we're going to look at today is actually how to get your mail on your phone. So notice that when I go to Mail, I can click on Student Mail Information. This is from the Northwest site. And then I can go to Mobile Devices. And you can even click search here for mobile devices. I know that not every student has a phone, but if you do have one and you would like to receive school emails on your phone, you think that's a best practice for you as a student, then I encourage you to follow these steps. For instance, if you have an iPhone, it's going to bring you to this page. We actually tested it out with a few students today and it worked great. So you're going to go into Settings, Mail, Contacts, and Calendars, go to Add Account, and Microsoft Exchange. Notice that here it gives you what to type in, and it might not even ask you for all of this. When we tried it, it just asked for email, and then it gave a few minutes and everything was synced. So you can sync calendar and email as well. As discussed before, your Northwest email gives you access to Google Apps and Google Drive. So you're first going to want to make sure that you're signed into Google. Remember that you go to sign in, you type in your Northwest email and no password, and then you're going to go ahead and sign in like you do your computer. If you need some help, ask a friend. Most of you guys are pretty familiar. This is common practice for you. So you're going to click on the Apps button. Notice that you can always go back and revisit your Google Sites or your portfolio. For now, we're going to click Drive. It is always really important to save your work in multiple places. So many of you guys are using Drive as a place to save work, as well as your desktop and hopefully your H drive or a flash drive. Okay, for now we're going to go ahead. This is my drive, everything that I have. Incoming is what other people have shared with me. So this is a little bit of a review, but some things are new. So first we're going to be able to create a new folder. We're going to name this one Advisory and go to Create. Notice once this is created, I can right click. I can share the entire folder if you want to. Probably the folder is just going to be for you. But I like this feature that you can actually color code your folders. That way you can have one for every class period, maybe even a personal one. I can take anything that I've already created and move it to this folder, or I can click the folder and create within the folder. So you can actually go ahead and right click and upload files already on your computer, or you can create a new file, which might be a Google Doc, spreadsheet, form, anything like that. Notice that if we want to upload a file, I'll go ahead and upload a blank Word document. Notice I have this saved both on my desktop and now in my Google Drive. And that actually converted to Google Docs, but you have the opportunity to open that with Microsoft Word as well. And then if you want to share this, you right click and go to share. And now I can share this with other members of the group, or I can get the shareable link. And then remember, this is giving them the rights to view, but you can also give them rights to edit or to comment. And this is for specific people. You can log into YouTube using your Northwest email. You're going to log in just like you do to Google, and I can tell I'm logged in because I see my name in the right-hand corner. From there, to upload a video, I simply click Upload. And the best practice is to go ahead and make this video unlisted. This means it's not public on the web, but that if you give somebody the link, they'll be able to view it. And then you've also got private videos if it's something that you're working on just for you to see. But unlisted is the safest, best practice for uploading videos. From here, you can select the file and then choose to have that uploaded. That way you have a link, and now you can embed it in something like TAC or S'more. A few icons here. If I click the three buttons, then you can see that you've got your channel. and then it will save all of your videos, and you can actually go and you can change whether your video is private or unlisted by simply going to the video manager. So we'll click on one video to show you that here, how to create a shortcut. Okay, so from here I can go to Video Manager, and then it's going to allow me to change this if I want to unlisted. You can also edit your video, and you can get the embed code. So notice that you can do audio, enhance your video, and a few other editing features as well. When you click on a video, you can also go to Share, and this is where you would find the link or the embed code if you want to embed this maybe into your Google site.